It looks like part of a rocket ship, but instead of going into the air, this machine will go underground and underwater. This is part of a tunnel boring machine, or TBM, that will be lowered into a 30-meter shaft at Annacis Island Wastewater Treatment Plant. The TBM is needed to construct a new outfall pipe, which will carry clean, treated wastewater to the Fraser River.
A tunnel boring machine allows us to excavate tunnels below the ground surface with minimal disruption to the surface of the ground and to the surrounding ground. This one will be 30 meters below the surface. So the piece that we're lowering into the outfall shaft today weighs over 100 tons, which is why there's a specialized crane on site to do that lift. The overall TBM, including the backup unit, weighs over 500 tons and is 64.5 meters long.
From this outfall shaft starting point, the TBM will create two separate tunnels, one to a new effluent shaft at the treatment plant, and then a longer one going into the middle of the Fraser River.
The purpose of the outfall is to convey the treated wastewater from the wastewater treatment plant back to the receiving environment, which in this case is the Fraser River. The reason we're building the new outfall is that the existing outfall has reached its capacity. It's too small. It's basically about population. With so much population growth in the region, there's a lot more effluent being generated.
The tunnel boring machine will dig all the way to this structure in the Fraser. This is a coffer dam, which goes to the bottom of the river and will provide a sheltered space to install a vertical pipe called a river riser at the end of the outfall.
Often, a lot of the tunnel projects that are done go from a dry site to a dry site, like crossing the river, but in our case, we're stopping essentially in the middle of the river and having to come up into the water, which is quite an interesting part of the project.
Lowering this part of the tunnel boring machine was the first step in a long process. Once it starts to dig, it will take the better part of a year to complete the tunnels.
Things went great today, and it's good to be part of such a well-experienced team. As you saw, everything had a lot of planning and preparation behind it. Things went safely and smoothly today, so everybody's pretty happy about that.